Today I get to interview my amazingly beautiful friend, Stacy McQuaid. Thank you so much for giving me the time today to interview. I truly appreciate you.
I love you. You know that.
Love you. I remember the first time I met you. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous to meet you. I mean, I was literally shaking to go and meet you. And now I think about where our friendship has gone. Like, I'm an idiot.
Because I am so normal and so down to earth. It's like I'm just like one of your old friends. So
I know. I love it. I remember the dress you were wearing. It was the blue one with the
oh
white
gosh.
polka dot. I mean, literally, I remember everything. I was so insanely nervous. And that's what, like, I start to apply that to me today. And I'm like, Tammy, don't be nervous. Like, these people are just normal, right?
Yes, we are normal people, and it's like, oh my gosh, people go, oh, I just can't wait to meet you. And I'm going, okay, like there's nothing special about me. Like I go to sleep, I wake up the same way you do. There's nothing like abnormal about me.
I know.
I just love people and I love serving people. So I just love what I do. So
I know that seems to be the consistency across my interviews are the people that love people the most are the most successful. And I'm like, yo, there's not much beyond that. I mean, other than that, you don't really need to know how to do graphics or anything. You just need to love people. That's it. Just love people
love
and
people.
take care of them.
Yeah, because like I look at it and I go, gosh, I barely made it out of high school. I never went to college. Like I'm not a rocket scientist. You know, I do have rocket scientists within my organization, but like I'm not that smart. But I know one thing well. I know I love people well and I serve people well. And so you know what? That's how things have happened for me. Like I don't have to know everything and do everything because we all work better together as a team. So
Always. Okay, so let's throw it way back. What year
okay.
did you get started? 2016, 15?
13.
Oh, wow.
7 years ago.
You're an OG. Okay, so that day, right? That pivotal day that has changed your life forever. What was it about that day that made you start down a more holistic approach in your health?
Well, my friend was over helping me paint at my table and chairs, and she was telling me about her daughter's skin challenges she was having. And I was just like, well, you know, my daughter has allergies. And so I said, I wonder if it would work for her. And she goes, I don't know, but we can try it. So I wheeled my computer over in front of me, sat there, I ordered the computer. I was so close to a promo and I love free stuff. So she goes, just order another lemon and you'll get all this free stuff. And I went, okay, sure. Great. And so then I got all these oils in and I was like, what am I going to do with all these things? But you know what? I use every one of them today plus more. So I'm a hoarder of oils because, you know, you never know when you're going to need that one oil you need.
Oh, I have seen your hoard of oils. You are a hoarder. I agree completely. So now you got all of these oils in. What was that one oil that really changed your mind from, wow, I just bought a lot of stuff to, wow, I think my life's going to change now. Like these things really work, right?
Okay. So this one's just a small one, but it's really personal to me. I helped Mark to stop snoring at night. And I was like, heaven, like I could sleep all night. And it's so funny because my kids would say, I thought there was a freight train going or a chainsaw outside. And they were literally put their ear to the ground and could hear Mark snoring through the floor at our home. And so that's how loud he was. So when that oil worked for me, it was like a hallelujah moment, you know?
Man, whatever it takes to save a marriage. Oil saving marriages since 2013, right?
I'm telling you what, I've had people coin Valor as save a marriage in a bottle. So, you know.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's now talking about Mark. You know, a lot of times it takes men just a little longer to get on this oil train with us. So what was that one product that made him kind of switch over from my wife has lost her mind and is rubbing me down with oils to, oh my gosh, these things actually work?
Okay, so you know how you said you could picture me in that blue polka dotted dress? Well, I can visually see when Mark was laying in the bed one night and Molly had been rubbing him down with Valor and Panaway and I think Ramesses at the time, and then I think probably peppermint up and down his leg because he was having some sciatic nerve pain. and the pain went away. And he was like, Stacy, these things really work. And I go, well, I'm so glad you're jumping on the train now, because like I've been knowing they're working, but I just needed you to have that aha moment. And we were laying in bed that night, and I could picture his face, like looking at me, like the surprise look that we all got when an oil works for us, and we get that, oh my gosh, these things really do work. Because we're thinking where they've been our whole life, because we're just not used to using them. But now it's like I use them every day. Challenge comes up, it's like grabbing oil.
I love it. I know. It's amazing. I mean, I got a rash the other day. I don't know what. I ran into something. Apparently, I'm old and I think it's poison ivy. And I was like, all right, oils, and I'm going, there is literally an oil for everything. I love it. So I know you have been immersed in Young Living for so long. So what is it that really, this is going to be a hard one, and I know it's going to be hard for you. Okay. What is your favorite thing about Young Living, the company? Like, their products are great, but the company, what is your favorite thing about them?
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of things about Young Living that I absolutely love, but I will say number one is the people that's in it. I personally know Mary and Gary, and so I know their heart for the company, and I know that they love and serve their people well, and they have a company that's to excellence, and our church is to excellence too, and so I'm used to that standard, and I love that standard of excellence. And so I see that all over Young Living, from the farms that we have. Like, I remember the story of when the corporate executives years and years ago, like way before I even got in, they told Gary, like, we've got to close the farms, like they're sinking us. And he was like, not going to get rid of the farms. Like, that's the one thing that sets us apart from everybody else. And he fought tooth and nail and would not let our farms go. And he said, I don't care if we are, on the bad side of money with the farms or not, that's what sets us apart. So he always has done everything to excellence. So I absolutely love that.
You know what else? When you were talking, it reminded me of that story you told me about when they changed the comp plan, and the people that were higher up were getting this massive check, and it kind of dipped their check down. And Young Living did something that no other company would ever do. They said, we're going to fill in that gap for you for a whole entire year out of our pocket, because we don't want to screw you over, but we wanted to make sure that other lower down levels were getting paid more, so that everybody was growing and profitable. And then they out of their pocket handed the people money, and I'm going, so that they could catch up to that and it wouldn't mess up their budget for a whole year. I'm going, yo, no other company does stuff like this. Like, they just serve their people well. That's amazing to me.
They want to make sure their people are taken care of. And, they knew with the changes that they made that it was going to, kind of mess with people a little bit for a few months. And so they wanted to make sure their people were taken care of. And that's just who Young Living is. They take care of their people well.
Oh, I love it. Okay, last question. What is your favorite testimony? Either you could do both, but one, your favorite oil testimony of somebody that you've helped get started in Young Living, and also your favorite success testimony of somebody who's done the business in Young Living, because that is a life changer as well. I mean, the income for us has completely changed our life.
Okay, so I remember this one girl in the very beginning. Her son was on the spectrum, and he could not, when he had like a little rage at night, he would actually get down on the ground and rock back and forth. And with this, she said she couldn't touch him. She couldn't do anything to him because he just wouldn't allow her because of this challenges he was having. And she goes, it just broke my heart that I could not hold and console our children. And as a mother, that's what we want to do, that we want to love them, cuddle them, and let them know everything's going to be okay. But she couldn't do that. And this night he went into one of his little challenges, and she told her husband, go get the peace and calming. And she put one drop on his toe, and he calmed down within a matter of minutes. And she goes, I was able to pick him up and hold him, and the whole thing. And the husband said, okay, I don't care how much or what you just put on him. we need a boatload of that. And to me, that just blessed my heart, because as a mom, I know how much we want to love our children when they're sick and make sure they know that we are going to do everything we possibly can to make sure their life is going to be great. So that was one that really blessed me, brought me to tears back then. And my kids were like, Mom, why are you crying? I go, because I'm blessed by Young Living and how they've helped this lady change her entire life, because she can now love her child when she wants to.
Right.
So, and then on the business side of things, it's about Amanda Hoffman. She was in the corporate world, and she has been able to come home and be with her little babies. And now she's pregnant again, fixing to have, I think it's her fourth now. And so she's able to be at home with her kids and just be that mommy that she's always wanted. And she doesn't have to worry about the finances anymore. So it's that's just a huge blessing to me.
Yeah, her story is a powerful one. I have talked to her about it, and just like you're saying, to see somebody who, you know, it breaks their heart to leave their child in daycare or somewhere from 9 to 5, and they just genuinely know that they were called to be a mom full time.
Yes.
And then Young Living can give that to them, and then they keep having babies because they can do that. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. She gets pregnant. I'm like, yay. So cute.
I know, and she's not the only one that's come home from the corporate world. There's many, many, many people that have done that, and that just blesses me that mommies can do that. Because I remember sitting in that rocking chair 25 years ago, going, "Okay, I don't want to go back to work. Like, I want to stay home with him." And I said, "I don't care if I sell toothpicks on the side of the road. Like, we need to do something different so I can get home to be with him." And so, you know, I just know that feeling, and I want to help all mommies that want to be home with their kids to come home and stay with their kids.
Oh, so, absolutely. Okay, well, thank you so much for allowing me to be a mommy that gets to stay home with their kids, because if it wasn't for you saying yes and then that trickling all the way down, I probably wouldn't be here myself. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I love you, girl.
Bye.
Bye.